So, Michael, this is a new publisher for you with HarperCollins. One of the things I try to explain to new authors is just this idea of publishers, right? They're different. Most of our listeners probably know the differences between commercial and academic publishing. But what's the one thing that you noticed about HarperCollins that might be different or surprising from other publishers you've dealt with?
Oh, wow. Great question, Jeff. And I'll give you an answer in a second, but I will tell you this is the number one thing I field calls about people who want to write a book is how to pick the publisher and what's the process once you figure that out. Because it's like agent, yes or no, self-publishing, yes or no, academic, trade, or a place like Simon and Schuster where you are, or HarperCollins, right? So this is my first experience with what's thought of as the big four publishers. And I will say there's a lot of expertise around storytelling market and support from the editor, at least for me, around not line editing, but more like, hey, your arc here works really well. The number of protagonists you have is overwhelming here. You need to get it down to, one in this chapter and you can have two in a chapter and one that carries through, or things like that, right? I'm sort of making it up at the moment, but a lot of expertise, I think, around that. And then it's been fun on the back half to see their team and get to interact individually with them as they're supporting. I will tell you, we've brought on a marketing team and a PR team, which has reduced some of the work that the publisher does as a result, because we're putting our own money and time with other agencies on that. But that so far, we'll see once it's out how I feel. But so far, it's felt like the right trade-off and right experience.
Yeah, and I think that's really important to note that often you are going to have to spend some of your own money to kind of make this really work. I've been with 3 publishers now. Fourth book, second book with Simon and Schuster, which will be come out next year, and I put in a lot this time thinking about the structure and the editing and things like that in terms of getting help on that side. But I'm also now thinking about the help to get in launching the book. You think, wow, there's these big publishers and they do a lot. It's not that they don't do a lot, but if you really want to kind of get the book out there and for the long term, putting in a little bit more of your own effort or hiring people to help with that effort, I think is critical. So just one,
stay on it 1 sec, Jeff, just because I feel like that's something I learned from you, which is it's not like a commentary on your self-worth if you have an editor alongside you to help you, right? And so we have paid for that resource. PR and marketing. I've done PR before. I've never done marketing as well. Like these things that we've decided to make as an author team has been worth it. And you have the advance from these bigger publishers that make that a more palatable proposition.